Look at the grills. I got one more for you guys, and this is a cool one because it's kind of switching it up. We're gonna do a tour of Zarate if you haven't figured out by now. I mean, the whole shop, the Steel Works. I mean, you can see we got cut grills, got the fangs out. We show them get polished up, cut, powder coated, special backstage pass by Mark Zarate there. Just like a little hint of some stuff that's going to be popping up on the episode. Plus some slingshots. Some definitely Zarate up slingshots like that one there. ThrillMouseMoto. Well, you got to get there first. It's in San Antonio. It's like probably like a 2 hour ride, I think I remember it was for us. It was kind of chilly, so I got the gloves on. I actually wasn't planning on wearing them because I just came back from a trip when we went to New Mexico, and I wore them like the whole time because it was cold, and I'm just not that big of a fan. Maybe I haven't found the right gloves, but they like pinch like the crap out of my fingers. They have like calluses and stuff, and they get real red and weird. And I told him, I was telling Kevin about it, and he's like, well, try these. So I have some of his older ones on, and they actually felt like real smooth and better than my Alpine Star ones. So I thought I'd give them a chance. It actually was like halfway, or not even. It was only like 30 minutes in the trip, and my hands were just all red. I don't know what it is about gripping. What's funny is I wear gloves at work all day, so I don't understand how these motorcycle gloves really work, I guess, or just haven't found the right ones. But I give them a try, and then you see them disappear, I think, after a while. But it's just not that crazy of a ride because it's just going down the interstate from Austin to San Antonio. But I do kind of cut out some of the cooler stuff as far as the ride. Interstate ride's kind of a drag. We end up coming across this slingshot, which is funny because I guess this was like, I don't even know, like a couple weeks ago. And then the other night, there was a bikes and pizza night that Kevin came up with, and these guys were there, or the owner and the driver here was at the night. And I was like, hey, were you going to like south on 30? He's like, probably. So I ended up taking a screenshot of this, the best one. I put it on the group that we're in, and they're like, yeah, that's him. It's just we don't get a lot of slingshots, so I really notice them when they come around and try to pay attention to them where we live. So super jealous of all the areas we see on YouTube where people have like all these slingshots they ride with. Came across this dude and wanted to add him in the video and then let him know he can see himself on the channel, because it says ThrillMouseMoto on the side of the helmet, which has been pretty helpful with trying to, when people ask me what the channel is and what it's called, and even though it's on the side of my helmet and I point it out, they're like, mouse, trill, so any way that I can have it spelled out has been pretty helpful for us. We're actually not far from there. Like I said, I'm not going to show a whole lot of the ride because it's kind of a drag. It really was just, we were off at 35 and they're pretty much off at 35. But I wanted to put this road, man. How about you Ryker riders out there that have to deal with these like half paved, half not paved roads? It makes you just want to be on one side or the other side. And I probably shouldn't be complaining that much because at this point in the ThrillMouseMoto YouTube universe, I have the stage 3 Elkas on the front end. So all of this stuff is not bad. So getting on and off unpaved roads and like the bumpiness you just saw just a little bit there, can't complain, because like I said, I drove to New Mexico from Austin, and every bump you feel everything. And I actually had somebody ask me that I think it was on Facebook, is it that much of a difference in comfort just having the front end? And oh yeah, for sure, just not having your hands thrown off the handlebars. So that's a look at the trailer. We talk about that. They use for the slingshot shows, a little addition they're building in the shop. And we let Crystal take us away and show us the showroom. It's kind of like there's not a whole lot in there right now because they got it all loaded up for the slingshot show, but we'll let her explain everything.
Yeah, so we make a lot of bike parts for three-wheel bikes, mainly the slingshots, the Ryker bikes, and the Spyder bikes. So here's, we have all our showroom, you know, pieces. Right now we're a little sparse because we have a trade show. We're making parts for the Slingshot show in Kerrville.
It's like a strictly a Slingshot show?
No, there's other bikes that go out too. A lot of three-wheelers. It's pretty cool because they do a lot of different rides.
In Kerrville, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Next week. Starts Wednesday through Sunday.
I think we're kind of going through there because we're going to go to the Three Twisted Sisters.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Which I think is kind of out there. But we're not going to do that until November.
Yeah. We have this one too. This one's for the, that's for the actual Spyder.
Oh, nice. And what part does this go on?
That's a footrest.
Oh.
Yeah, so on the sides.
Oh, on the Spyder, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Slingshot. For some reason.
Yeah, we do a lot of custom. So here's another grill. It's kind of like this is the solid version for the Ryker.
Okay. And I got like the skeletonized like one where it's just the thing. That's a solid piece on there.
These are for the Spyders for the muffler guard, but I'll bring another grill that we just released.
Oh, nice. Oh, I like this Spurs one. That you can have like a bar like that and have your own custom text that's on there?
That's what, so exactly where the Ryker is, you can actually put your own word.
Nice.
So a lot of different options that we have. And then we made a couple of different, like you can do your own design.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to be just what we sell.
That,
if you have like an image.
oh, that's
logo,
wild.
we can
Yeah.
actually do that too.
That white really pops on that like that. That's actually pretty sweet.
What's funny is I make this grill. Where's it? Well, this one right here. I originally made that grill and I posted. I got so much shit for it that it's gonna overhaul your bike, you know.
The teeth one?
Yeah, and they're just dominant. But to be honest, that's our #1 seller of the whole company right now.
Well, that's the one that I got.
Yeah.
I was like, let's order one of something.
I got one actually on the table that I'm gonna fix and cut if you want to take a look. And
Oh man, that's why we're here.
let me show you. Let's go back here.
Yeah. So Mark takes us through the process. So we could just see all through the shop, and basically the coolest thing is the process of making the Fang grill, which is the Fang grill that I ordered that I'm picking up this day. And he actually has like one, there's a lot of the custom stuff that's already done. It's been powder coated and everything. So we're going to see all those steps. Starts off on showing like a cut grill here, and then we get to the plasma cutter and it shows one actually get cut out. But these are the cookies already baked. And then we get to see how they're made, and he jumps on the computer, and he already actually has the template or the design and everything already loaded up on the software they use to cut it. You can see the little skeletonized Fang grill graphic there. He gets it going, and then we actually get to watch it cut. So pretty sweet. Like I said, the main thing is this is actually the one that I leave home with, you know, so it was cool to see the whole process. And I would like to have kept the audio in this, but it was like so loud, and you can see my reaction to the loud cutter right there. It actually did scare me. And then I'm like looking at Kevin like, you didn't get that, did you? But you know, he did, so I'll put it on here. I'm honest. I keep it real. ThrillMouseMoto. But this is him cutting out the Fang grill, which is actually, he goes over it, but you know, it's like the #1 seller. It's the one thing that I see a lot, especially like in white and red. I get mine in just like the regular black powder coat, but he said a finished cut one, not finished, but one that's already cut beside it, just to show you like exactly where the cutter is at on the design, basically just cutting out the negatives. And that's a new grill that they barely started coming out with a couple weeks ago when we went out there, and Crystal pointing out that the next step, just like that one in my hand went through, is the sanding. So they have like a whole like machine for that. So it was cool. He's walking us through each step as far as it goes. Gets cut and then put in that, and it just kind of rolls through like a pizza oven. So, and it just has like a big sanding belt that just rolls over it. And then he puts it in one side. You can see there that it's just like all gnarly looking because it just came off the cutter. And then no time at all, ding, comes out all super shiny. It doesn't even look like the same thing. and then you can see how polished that is, and then when he flips it over, just how weird and nasty and raw it is on the other side. And then he's got the big sanding belts there that go in there, replace it. And that guy, I make a reference to like the corn roasters, because I like to eat, so that's what it reminds me of. That works on like a belt system too. And then we get back to it and it's actually done. And then that's it, just like the one that he shoved in that sander. So I also asked him about and that sheet there, it's like a 4x8 steel sheet, and he said you can get like 15 made. Yeah, and there's a whole nother cutter just like behind him, just there behind those computer monitors, so he can get a lot of cutting done. And that's when he shows us the powder coating here. And that's kind of one of the limits that he ends up talking about is that's the only powder coating little oven deal that they have right now, but they're expanding the shop to do more with another powder coating setup. Those are all the ones right there to the right that are waiting to get powder coated. So it's kind of where some of the stuff is bottlenecking right now in the production, but he's got it down to a system. But it'd be nicer to have another powder coating setup, which is what they plan on doing. And that's some stuff that's already done, of course, that's colored. And then, like I said, going through the whole process of the grill fangs that go on the Ryker, that's them already powder coated, ready to go. Actually, I think those are black. Like they're actually supposed to be like a gloss black. Mine are like a flat. And it shows you some of the Slingshot stuff. That's actually a cup holder. So I mean, they'll do you up. You got a Slingshot. There's so much custom stuff, and people want things on them. Like you can see the Minion. You can imagine the theme of that Slingshot being yellow like that. And then you got, area codes, names, cool stuff. They do like some 2-part like 3D like stuff. You can see the one with the crown. It actually like raises up a little bit. That's pretty sweet. And then that's 2 different powder coated colors. And Mark ends up going into the powder coating process too to show how cool that is, and the color matching and everything. But the red, like I said, the red and the white fangs are the top ones, and then you got that big honeycomb one. I think that's a newer one. I'm not sure. I don't see a lot of that one. And then the other stuff they offer for Rykers is that front spoiler, and that's pretty cool too. And just as you've seen all the other color variations, you can get that one in different colors too. This is showing off like the packaging, because they're getting ready for that Slingshot show, so they'll just have prepackaged stuff that you can just buy and have installed. And that Superman one, dude, look at it's like a candy red. That's pretty cool. So if you were getting like some custom stuff done, that would be an option. Just have to talk to them. And look at the torching done on that. That's a whole other finish on it, and that shows it on that one too. The colors, the candy looking colors.
Like I
and
said,
then
we
the
started
torching.
doing metal art. That's what we really was. We still do it here and there, but not as much as the other stuff.
Yeah, when I went really far back on like your Instagram and everything, it was just like metal stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I guess they were, but it's cool stuff like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was nice, and the Ghostbusters. That's all the nerdy stuff that I like too. And then of course the bird stuff too. And then I started seeing the Ryker stuff.
Yeah.
With the teeth, the fangs first, and then the Slingshot. I go, okay, then it picked up. Now it's like, now I'm nothing but Spyders and Slingshots and Rykers. Forget all this other stuff.
The Rykers are cool. When I first saw them, like, man, I gotta get me one. They're cool, They're fun, but
Yeah.
I'm not a big biker. I just wanted to go just make parts for it, and stuff together.
We rode from Austin to all through West Texas to New Mexico to White Sands, and then
Really?
back
On the Ryker?
on the Ryker. We had to just have 600s too. Me and my homeboy Ryan, and it was just like, ooh, and it's cold. We did not know it was cold. We don't mess around in West Texas or nothing. When the sun goes down, it is over, dude. And when I was on my way back, I was like, I'm gonna get a Slingshot for this thing, because I really liked going far and feeling the road and everything. Like I probably would have fell asleep if I was in a car.
Yeah.
So I was having fun with the wind and everything. It was kind of really cold, but in a Slingshot, you're kind of getting that same.
Yeah.
You can have it without a top.
Yeah.
You can still wear a helmet and talk to the other Rykers. But you can put all your stuff in there.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't have to have a backpack on.
And you've got a heater.
Do they have it here?
I don't know, do they?
I'm actually, I'm coming out, I'm gonna come on the kit for a heater pretty soon.
Oh, gotcha.
I know, a lot of people complain of winter, you know, but
Yeah.
it'd be easy to do too.
But man, I mean, when you compare it to being on a Ryker or
Yeah.
anything else, you're gonna be way more comfortable.
You're right, the Rykers are cool, they're more for like an hour drive, that's it, you know?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
no,
an hour
that's
drive,
true. Yeah, we put it to the test, and the whole time we were like, I don't think we're supposed to be doing it.
I just saw y'all put coilovers on y'all's, right? The different shocks on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool, isn't
I
it?
actually just put mine on, or he told me to put mine on. He's had his forever. I just put mine on the other day after I got back from New Mexico. So if you want to know the difference, I can tell you.
Yeah.
I drove like a million miles hitting every bump like
Yeah.
this, and now it's like,
That's cool.
I had like the really crappy stock ones that come on a 2019 600, and now I have the stage 3.
Yeah.
Huge difference. Probably, I mean, I'm sure those come with good.
Oh, I think but then I put air ride on another one, but that one put air ride on there eventually.
Oh, nice. You still have the other one too, or you?
The white one?
Oh, the what? Oh, I didn't even see
Yeah,
it.
it was 2019. And I put air ride on this one, but all the parts you see, that's everything we make when we sell.
Oh, you got it all wound down.
And I put a turbocharger on it too. Turbocharger? Yeah, it's super fast. Yeah.
Nice. And this is a 19?
Yeah, this was 19.
They first started making these when?
15.
15.
Yeah.
Is this the first one you had with a 19?
Yeah, the first one. Well, we were in Vegas and I rented one. I fell in love with it. I wasn't planning on making parts. I just wanted to make parts for myself, and then it just blew up after that.
What's your opinion on the Vanderhoof?
I want to get one.
Me too. I want the electric. I want the electric one really bad.
What? Come on, electric one?
Yeah, it actually gets released next month.
Really?
I sat in one finally, and I was like, yeah, I'm comfortable in it. I could buy one.
I was gonna buy one before that one, but I was like,
I'm not comfortable.
They're hard to get in and out because that side piece right there. Like
I like your little truck thing.
right? We bought it to run around the property.
I want one. Okay, what did you say about the colors on this one?
This one, they only have a few of them. For this color combination, they normally come as red or black, you know, but this one is a super rare color. So when he had it, I was like, man, I gotta get this one. So we went and picked it up real quick because I knew it was gonna sell quick.
What all have you done already on?
We like I said, we got a few, but we just made the wings for it right now.
Oh,
We have a
nice.
few different styles for those, and then there's more parts that we're making for it right now, but still new.
And it was pretty easy to match that orange because it looks just like it.
Yeah, yeah, that's a company where we get our powder. They do a pretty good job of matching for us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is when customers, they want their colors to exactly be the same, you know, and it's tough because every time that we get the color, we just can't match it.
Yeah.
It's what's available to us. We have to get it as close as we can, but we're getting pretty good at getting it close now.
Nice.
But this one's cool too because it's actually they changed the engine on this one versus that one. Polaris actually came out with a new engine on this one versus that one has a GM motor on that one.
And what is this one?
The Polaris.
Oh,
They
really?
made
So
their
they
own
do their own thing.
Yeah, I could pop the hood.
But did it being GM, did it make it easier to have that one turbocharged?
Yeah, that one because that motor they put in Chevy Cobalts.
Oh.
So this was a whole completely new motor.
So they haven't come out with anything yet like that to put on? Yeah. Because
I'm just
Polaris
scared
would have to
because
do
it's
it.
too new, and I'm just hope we don't have any problems. You know, because you know how it is when they come out with a new motor.
You have to let someone else do it and blow their stuff up
Yeah,
first.
exactly.
And then
I know they're coming out with the supercharger. That's gonna once they come out with that, I'm gonna get that.
Nice. And then you got, that one's got bags.
Yeah, we're gonna put bags on this one eventually, but we're gonna try to keep it stock right now just so we can make parts and everything, make sure it works out.
Oh,
and
yeah,
lines up right.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because this is like your template right now,
exactly.
your jig right
And then
now.
we could have fun with it. Yeah. And then the controls are on the steering wheel versus the other one. They didn't have controls on the steering wheel.
And both of these are the, like the wing type?
Yeah, they just pop up.
Oh, wow.
Makes it. But like he said, it's true. It's hard to get in and out. You know, like for me, it's hard. It's just they're not comfortable to get in and out. But when you sit in there, it's okay.
Yeah, but to me, that's like, I had like a C4 Corvette, and it was like that for me, just getting in, you know.
Yeah.
And there's some bigger friends of mine that get in. I go, don't get in, because you're gonna have to get out, dude. You know what I mean? And they're like, one.
We have a BMW, an i8, and the doors open up like that. And that thing's hard to get in because you gotta put your butt in first and then swing your legs.
Pivot.
Down. Yeah, that's weird.
Like
I
a
hate getting in all that one.
barber chair style.
Yeah. He's supposedly, I don't know how, but they say they have more room in the cab. But the cab's the same. I don't know what the
More room is a half an inch.
Is that what it is?
Probably.
You're talking about behind the seat?
I don't know where the room's at. 'Cause I
Oh,
don't
in the
see
whole
it.
cab. Gotcha.
I don't see it, but it's what
So
it
these
is.
aren't the wheels that go on there, right?
No. They're real similar to these. Yeah, it's a different wheels on that one.
Your fort has an air conditioner.
Yeah, that's my son.
It's a clubhouse. Yeah. It was supposed to be just raw, and next thing you know, we put in drywall and insulation and put windows. So we put all the slate walls in there, and we hang all our product on the wall. And then of course these doors are open, and then we have fans in there blowing, all the lights is all lit up.
How many times have you used it this way?
This will be our third time. We just bought the trailer like 6 months ago, just for slingshot shows, to be honest with you.
And you've have you transported a slingshot through here then?
Yeah, we took one to North Carolina.
Is that how you're going to do it too?
Yeah, it sits in there and we pack all our stuff around it.
Oh.
Yeah. So we put all these walls and all the lighting and fans and everything. That way when we get there, we just hang all the product on there.
Yeah, it's like a mobile shop.
Yeah, it is. It's basically a mobile retail store. Yeah, but we have this trailer custom built specifically for the slingshot and for everything, you know, the doors, the service doors and everything.
Well, that's what's cool. You guys have like a really cool product and everything, and then you're matching it with, like you said, showing it off as a whole other thing, and presentation is important.
Yeah.
You're doing that part too. There's a lot of times where you see people coming out with like the coolest stuff, and they're just like, I don't know, I'll sell it, or I just sell it on Craigslist. You know what I mean? That's it, you know.
I guess speaking of that, I ordered a speaker pod for my slingshot a few weeks ago, and I got it in, and I'm opening it up, and she goes, "What's all this?" And she pulls out the shirt. I was like, "What the fuck? I didn't have a shirt." And another shirt, and then the speaker pod's in. So the guy just packs his pod and puts all these shirts in there.
I was like, why are we getting t-shirts?
I was like, poor guy, I should give his shirts back, you know?
Yeah, I know. He's like, next time you see him on something, he's not wearing a shirt. It's like, dude.
But it's, you know, presentation and, you know, it's everything, you know?
Yeah.
Packaging. We spend a lot of money on packaging. It's crazy. People don't see that, but, you know, to get everything skin pack and from point A to point B without damage, it takes a lot of money.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
you
yeah.
hope you could sell it, you know?
Mm-hmm. I want to get a throttle, one of those pedal commander throttle response things.
Yeah, I want to get one on mine too.
Do they? And they make those for the
They make the
slingshots
slingshot.
too.
It's just I'm like, man, I already got a turbo. What else could I want?
Oh yeah, you want to do a backflip and that thing too?
I know I tried to ride a wheelie.
Yeah.
But the thing about the turbo, you know, the boost takes a little bit to kick in. I think with that pedal max, it'll help it.
Oh, kind of bridge that.
'Cause you know how
Oh,
they push it, it's like-
yeah. Did you put these stickers on here? Or they already. Okay.
The door says Zarate Steel Works.
Oh, it does.
This whole thing here, forward, is to be all installs and R&D. So we're gonna be able to do installs. Right now, when somebody wants to do install, I can't do installs. It's just so much messy over there. And then come back this side, we're gonna build a bigger powder coating oven and powder coating booth. Because right now we're spending so much time with that one oven and booth. So
You just got stuff waiting.
yeah, we got some wind, so we're gonna build a big oven right here, and then a powder coating booth there. So we just roll and wax it and out.
And you color the powder, or you get that color powder, so you have
No,
all
we
this
get that color powder.
that color
so
powder.
We'll get swatches, you know, like say you tell me, hey, I want to match my car. So I'll get a few swatches that matches real close to it, and then I'll tell you, hey, do you think this is it, or I'll put it by the car, and if it looks it, then I'll order the powder for that. So it makes it a little easier that these companies are out there that you know, color matches for us too sometimes, because it's hard to color match it. It really is.
Well, yeah, and it's like, I know like with the Ryker and stuff, when they come out with panels, it's like this crazy color. It's like, what even is that?
Yeah,
it's not like
exactly.
blue and
Yeah.
stuff. Like the specialty panels are crazy, and I can imagine that with the Spyders and definitely with the slingshots.
Yeah, the
And you're
slingshots
trying
are
to-
real critical. These people need it dead on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not on, they'll return it.
Really?
In the beginning, when we first got into it, we didn't have the colors right, but now we got them right. It's like to the
Oh,
T.
okay. I was like, do you have to give like a huge disclaimer? Like, I mean,
In the beginning, I did, but now I'm confident.
you got them in
Yeah,
there.
I took a bunch of swatches to the dealership, and I just kind of making sure it was right.
Oh, yeah.
You should see our list on people that want us to do powder coating, because when I got into powder coating, I never got into it to powder coat for people. Like, bring me your wheels. That's not my intention. My intention was to powder coat for me.
Yeah.
My stuff, you know, that's why I got into it. And I get people that want me to bring bumpers and wheels. I'm like, I don't want to do none of that. That's not what I'm into,
Yeah.
Because before we would use a powder coater, and we were the mercy of their hands, you know, to hopefully it was ready, or you know, the deadlines. So now I kind of control that here, you know.
Yeah.
I control the powder. I control, you know, when it gets done. If I need something done right now, it gets done right now.
Yeah. So you're cutting back on trying to wait on other people. Like
Yeah.
you're kind of what do they say?
We're controlling the market.
You're like real independent
Yeah.
on what you're doing,
Yeah,
where you're not
everything
relying
we do here,
on
we don't
stuff.
send out. Everything's start from finish here.
Nice.
We don't send nothing out. Try to keep it that way. It keeps the cost down.
Yeah, and you can, you know, it sucks, you know, making promises
Yeah.
on stuff that you don't have control of. So if someone says they need something by a certain time,
Yeah.
you're in control of
Yeah,
making sure
exactly.
it would get that way. If you have to be like, well, I don't know, I got to send it out to have it do this and then that and then that.
It doesn't. Customers nowadays, they have that Amazon mentality now. So they
Yeah,
want it now,
dude,
and
it's spoiled
we gotta
up,
fulfill
dude.
that, you know. We want to stay in business.
It's like,
that's the
can you
thing.
get 2-day shipping on this custom color
Yeah.
that I'm going to send you in 10
Exactly,
minutes? And
And it sucks that we've come to that, but you know, that's the new way. That's the
Yeah.
norm now.
Well, and the people that don't think like you to think that they have to adapt to that, they may
Yeah.
not stick around
They
as much
won't.
as long as you are. You know what I mean?
You're right. They won't stick you right because you gotta stay up with the times and what they want.
So, did you always have the your logo initials
we
on
put
it
our
from the
logo on
beginning?
everything we do.
From the very
From
beginning.
the very beginning.
Okay.
So if you see a Ryker grill that don't have our logo, it's pretty much a knockoff. But which, like I said, I used to get real butthurt when I found out somebody knocked out my stuff. But it's the American dream. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's part of the deal. What you need to do is just move forward. You know.
yeah, yeah.
Keep innovating and making new products.
I got a request for you, Barry. Put a gold grill on his.
Oh yeah.
We got the power.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Because that's what I was thinking. I was like,
It'll take him 10 minutes.
Plastic it just
That's
like
the
this.
goal right there.
Oh,
We can put a grill on your grill.
yeah. Because I was already thinking about
We do one gold tooth.
Just one tooth,
I wear
yeah.
like all tops or whatever, so I thought it'd be funny to have the things and then have just the top gold, but you know, not the rest or whatever. But I was like, I'll just like plastic just to gold and stuff like that.
Do you have a picture of those Ryker rings? How they look?
Yeah, you had questions about those.
Yeah.
Want to see the
Yeah.
instructions? So this is your instructions for your girl, so I'll package it up. Yeah, so this comes with instructions, so that way it walks you through how to install it. Very easy.
Okay, sweet.
Just a few.
And then the hardware.
Yeah, hardware is
and that.
included.
And what's cool about it, it's so thin, and the way it looks like it goes on,
Yeah.
it looks like it's still, I can still
Yeah, you
have
can
my,
still contour it.
So this goes into the
my skid
the
plate.
top radiator. That is a new hole, or is this
Yeah, you just drill 2 4 holes.
Yes.
drill
This
holes?
is on the inside.
Are they already in?
Okay,
The
cool.
holes are there,
No,
or?
you just
Yeah.
Okay, we got to drill.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same thing I had to do for my, cause I think I can still use my skid plate. My OEM skid
Yeah,
plate with it.
they won't get one.
Cause this goes on the
Yeah,
inside,
that
like
was on
this
the
is,
inside. Nothing-
yeah, and it's real
And
thin.
it's real shallow.
Here's the video of the rings on a Ryker.
Okay.
People do all kind of different stuff with it. See what's in. Might have another one.
That makes sense now, I get it.
And instructions.
And then also, at the same time, that's like a whole nother look having those, because if you were to get those, and are these the Rykers? These aren't the Rykers ones, are they?
No,
They're close.
They're real similar, but
If you had these and had like a crazy color, then even like during the day you
Yeah.
see them.
you can even warrant your. I seen where they warrant their blinkers, so when they hit the left one,
Oh,
it
yeah.
blinking to the left.
I just think it's cool to have something extra with color
Yeah.
on it. And that's been the biggest thing I've heard other people even say is that when you get them and they're black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you have the black panels and they're really black, it's like
Yeah.
no color, no anything.
Yeah, you're right.
So everything I do to add a little bit of color, it
Yeah.
just makes it like mine.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So even if I just got these and didn't like right away put lights on them,
Yeah.
it'd be cool to get them like, you know, like
Different-
blue or
yeah.
something
Yeah.
crazy and it would set it off.
Yeah.
And you're gonna make me order all kinds of stuff.
I'm happy that the thing is doing good because, like I said, I was so close from deleting the file. You know, I was that close after.
Really?
You know, I was saying, Chris, like, man, if I would have did that, it would have been, you know, we would have not made as much money as we made because that's really.
When did it like hit? Like when did it like?
When we made the Ryker parts, it didn't hit at all. It took maybe 4 months, and then we
Yeah.
started.
Half a year.
eBay really helped us out with Ryker stuff because majority of the time when you look for parts, first you go to eBay, you type in Ryker, you know?
Yeah,
So,
that's it, yeah.
So eBay helped us with the grills, and now when you search Ryker on Google, first thing that comes up is our fan grill. You know, it's pretty cool, but yeah, that's when it took about 6 months before it started hitting. Now it's like we sell grills all the time. for Ryker.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people now that
And
follow us in the
they're
footsteps.
literally all over the world.
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy. We shipped all over.
Germany is the number one.
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
Really?
Switzerland.
It's
We had
crazy.
Egypt.
Yeah.
One was Egypt.
Somebody knocked off all our grills already. They knocked off
Yeah.
the honeycomb.
Like
you
the
know.
straight up.
They just straight up copied it. And
And
they're-
I probably thought they were y'all when I saw
They're
them.
knocked off. But it's like, it's what it is. That's the American dream, you know, everybody does that.
First ones to come out.
Yeah, we were the first, but like I said, we bought the bike right when it first came out, and nobody was making parts, you know. But yeah, they knocked off all the grills. They're trying to knock off our wheel range right now, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's what it is, you know. I couldn't complain, but just
Yeah.
gotta make sure to move forward. You know, so
Yeah. Nice.
This one I did the full, I'll open the door, the trunk and everything. We put it right on it, the 3-piece wheel.
And what year is this?
17.
Taillights are cool on these, by the way.
And this is actually a little wing that's mounted to the chassis. I made the whole wing with Rykers. And then I can control it with my phone, so if I just hit 3,
No way.
yeah. That's pretty much like if I'm gonna go over a big bump.
Uh-huh.
And if I hit 1, it'll just go all the way out. And then number 2 is like if I'm just gonna drive regular.
Who sets that up for you?
So I did all that.
Oh, wow.
This is a little different for the bag because the whole chassis is aluminum. So I have to completely cut a bunch of stuff out. That's pretty useful. That's a lot of people have the IA bag, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun. That makes sense. This is purple for it.
2 motors.
It's funny because you can switch back and forth, and when you're electric, it's super quiet, and when you switch to the gas, it's like super loud.
I saw, other than your phone, you have an actual controller that's in there to adjust it.
Yeah. All these are here. These are all my builds that I've done in the past. I never drive them. I just build them as
49?
yeah. I built them for
49s.
We sold that one to Tim Duncan from the Spurs.
No
Yeah,
way.
he bought that one. That's how we were able to buy our property. Once we sold that one.
51s, I think, are my favorites.
Yeah, I like the tail lights on 51s.
So how did you set up the deal with Tim Duncan? How did that
I
work?
used to work. I was a marketing director for Vintage Air, a hot rod company where we manufacture ACs, and they used to buy a lot of stuff. And they'd go in the shop all the time. And he knew I was building at the time. And when we put it up for sale, right there, they called us, and he was like, "I want it." I was like, "All right."
So he like walked past it one day type of a thing?
Because they would see the process of me building it, and you know they knew that it was gonna be a cool car when it was done. But when I put it for sale, he had to have it.
He's like, oh, I see you finished my
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, exactly.
So Tim Duncan, what else? What else went through somebody?
Well, that one, like I said, that one made Street Trucks of the Year, Main Truck of the Year. I sold that one like 2 years ago actually. It had, like I said, it was right-hand drive, LS powered. But the guy I sold it to, he got into some big into drug and he burned out his garage on purpose and burned the truck.
God, just to get some money?
No, I don't know what he was trying
Just
to
because you lost it.
Yeah. I guess that's what meth does to you.
I guess Taco Supreme, dude.
And this one was my first build right here. This was back in 2009. Did a Roadster, Ford Ranger. That was pretty cool.
Oh man.
But these are all I never wanted to do it for a living. I never wanted to build cars for a living. It's all my personal stuff. If it wasn't gonna make me money, I wasn't gonna do it. Right now, I'm working on a 64 and I'll have that one in paint right now. I should be picking that one pretty soon.
Oh wow, so that's normally in here?
Well, the frame, I don't know if you saw the frame in the shop. I'm working on the frame right now. We're reinforcing that, and then the body's getting painted right now. That one should be done soon.
Wow. So how are we pronouncing your last name?
This is Zarate. It's like karate with the Z.
Okay, that's what I've been
Yeah.
doing, but I didn't want to be like,
Yeah.
it's not like karate with the Z,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So when Zarate Steel Works shows up at a show, whether it's a Slingshot show or a Ryker show, the patron is able to purchase the item that's there from the truck that we showed up, the fancy
Yep.
trailer, and then you offer installation.
Because most of the times, a lot of people don't want to either take it back with them because their bikes are so small,
Yeah.
or sometimes they just want to install it. But majority of the time, we do a lot of installs.
Or they're traveling out
Yeah,
there,
that's right.
and they're gonna have to have it strapped to them or whatever to get it
Yeah, so
out.
we do offer installation services for them too. it helps it out too. Sometimes you just want to be done and, you know, get it installed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we obviously have a fun time at Zarate Steel Works and get some pretty cool info for you guys too. After all that, I mean, we checking out the shop, getting to talk with Mark like that, we head back. Before we head back, Crystal actually gives a heads up on a really cool food spot. It's this little Mexican food place that now is definitely on my list. She gave us like the heads up on like that secret menu, so we got up on that. I think Kevin got something real similar, but had a lot of fun. We're gonna let Crystal finish it off with the info.
So you can find Zarate Steelworks at www.zaratesteelworks.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well. And remember to like and subscribe.